Look at this venue. What a remarkable... Sugar Ray Robinson. Roll.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds.
Well, I hope you brought your son. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Another scoring shot there. Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. On to the second round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why?
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And shoot. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. Straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Beautiful counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
trade shots. That counter punch caught him clean. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They exchange punches. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that there's the bell to start round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He blocks that jab. Wasn't ready for that counter punch. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catches you.
That punch is beginning to take its toll. Counter shot lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. A perfect counter shot. Good counter punch. Which fighter will say no mas? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They got the momentum. On to the 5th we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. The straight right just misses. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
both going for the KO. It's so obvious. They miss with the jab. The straight right just misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round. Let's start the sixth. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Back and forth they go. Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. A perfect counter lands. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close. Here comes round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Done with that counter shot. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Quick punch scores. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Jab not finding its target. How about that time counter shot? Miss with that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Robinson in that last round. As bad as boxing judging could... There's the bell to start round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Those counter punches have to hurt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That's it, a unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's leveled. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson.